Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, all glory to you.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. All right. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my respectful obeisances. Our glory to his confounded Charles Evangelist Prabhupada. You're welcome, Maharaj.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Start now.
Maharaj, you can start.
All right. I'm just coming from a meeting. So, maybe 11 to 18. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Upijana Upijana Raja Jana Sodanandana Jana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Ijana Vanda Girivarada Ijana Vanda Girivarada Sodanandana Sodanandana Sudana Yamuna Tira Yamuna Tira Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Prabhupada Jai Prabhupada 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 Srila Prabhupada Jai Gurudev Gurudev Jai Gurudev Jai Jai Gurudev 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 Jai Gurudev Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gora Hari Jai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gora Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahamsa Pai Brajakacharya Astutarasata Sisimaya His divine grace is confirmed Acharya Jagat Guru Sri Bhakti Vedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnu Patwara Mahamsa Pari Rajikacharya Vastu Terasatya Sisi. Divine grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ki Jai. Ananta Guru Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Lama Acharya Sri Vafarita Thakur Ki Jai. Friends, Guru Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopal Gopina Shankar Radha Giri Garavada Ki Jai. Vrindavana Ki Jai. Mathuradam Ki Jai. Navadvip Maithudam Ki Jai. Jagannath Puridam Ki Jai. Yamuna Mai Ki Jai. Ganges Mai Ki Jai. Tulasi Devi Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Samaveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nittai Gaura all glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious assembled devotees. All glorious Shishi Guru. Sri Gauranga. Gyana Timurandasya Gyananjana Salakya Chakshulunmalitam Jana Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Mano Krishnan Sapitam Jena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Maham Bhakti Swapadam Vandeham Sri Gurun Sri Yuta Padakama Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Cha Sri Rupam Sagadatam Sahagana Raghunatam Pitam Sajivam Sadhuitam Savadutam Sarijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Param Sahagalita Sri Visakam Pitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bhakti Jagatpati Gopisa Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastuti Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Brinda Vaneshwari Risavana Suti Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vanchakal Pataru Vyascha Vipa Sindhu Jai Vacha Patitanam Pavinavyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadara Sri Vasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. Shri Gurudev Ki Jai. Hare Krishna. Can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj, we can hear you.
Okay. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 7. The son of Drona punished. And we begin from text 40. Sutta Uvacha Evam Parikshata Dharamam Parata Krishnena Chodita Naichad Dantum Guru Suttam Jadyat Yatama Hanam Mahan. Sutta Goswami said, although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion, encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjun, a great soul. Please don't put it. Don't put it here. Yes, just listen. I will read from my book. All of you have your book with you?
Yes.
Okay, so you read from your book. Srila Goswami said, although Krishna, who was examining Arjuna in religion, encouraged Arjuna to kill the son of Dronacharya, Arjuna, a great soul, did not like the idea of killing him, although Ashwatthama was a heinous murderer of Arjuna's family members. I want every devotee who is here to put on your camera. I want to see everybody that is here. Whoever is attending the class, I would like to see. I want to know those who I'm talking with. I don't identify with the name. I want to see the people whom I'm talking with. Did you hear me? I want to see those who are here. Put on their camera. If you want to attend this class, I should see you. If you don't want to attend, you can put on the camera and do something else. But I want to see those who are here. I'm not seeing Jyoti Swaru, I'm not seeing Nava Brenda, I'm not seeing Punam. You're not hearing me? You are a person, you have form, so so to see. All right, thank you. Thank you. Do you understand what is happening here in text 40? Do you understand what is happening here? Who knows what is happening? Just speak. Did you hear my question?
Yes, we do.
What is I'm asking what is happening in text 40? Of course, for those of us who have been studying from text 1 to 89, what is happening in text 40? I just want to get the background, how you are following. I want to know how you are following. What is happening in text 40?
Okay, Maharaj. Oh, I'll reline. Maharaj.
Speak, I'm hearing you.
Yeah. Even though Krishna they were instructing Arjuna to kill Ashwatthama, but because he's a son of a Brahmana, Arjuna was reluctant, even though it's a very heinous criminal. But because it's a son of a Brahmana, Arjuna was hesitant.
All right, thank you. Who else want to say something? Are you? Do we have many people in this class? I want to hear from all of you.
Hare Krishna. Arjuna is reluctant despite Krishna's encouraging him to kill Ashwatthama because he's the son of his spiritual master and also a Brahmana.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Okay, what is happening here in text 40 is that Krishna is testing Arjuna. Arjuna is not the first person Krishna is testing. Arjuna is not the first person. This is Krishna's nature. Krishna is testing Arjuna, a great devotee. And Krishna wants to see the sense of justice. As a devotee, we should know how to act at every situation. This is what Krishna is doing here. We should know what to do at every situation. Every single situation, we should not be confused. A devotee should know how to respond to every situation. So Krishna is testing Arjuna's sense of justice. Arjuna did not want to kill Ashwatthama, even though he had killed his own son, because he was intelligent. He knew the nature of Krishna. Krishna's nature is that although he is omniscient, he tells the devotees in this way in order to show their sense of justice to others. This is what Krishna is doing. Krishna did the same thing for many other devotees. Prahlad Maharaj, Krishna tested Prahlad Maharaj and others who were filled with devotion by showing or promising enjoyment and powers to them. This is for Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, Krishna gave him opulence. You take all this. Ask me for any benediction you want. I'm ready to give you any benediction. Any benediction. Ask me for anything, I'm ready to give you. Prahlad Maharaj, I'm doing business with you. Krishna said, forget about this. Forget about this sentiment. Keep this sentiment away. Ask me for something. I want to bless you. You suffer so much for me. Your father tormented you seriously because of him. So I want to bless you. Ask me for something. So Krishna is testing. He's testing Prahlad Maharaj by offering him. Krishna tested the gopis. How did Krishna test the gopis? Krishna is speaking karma and jnana to the gopis. Because they say, to hell with all this nonsense. We are not interested in these things. This does not exist here. We don't care for this nonsense you're talking. This is not here. Go and speak this thing outside Vrindavan. For Vrindavan, we don't care. We don't have any business relationship with you. Krishna said, oh, he sent Uddhava to come and teach them how to meditate, the super soul. Yeah, Gopi says super soul in Vrindavan. You don't have super soul in Vrindavan. What is in Vrindavan is prema, not super soul. Prajana Nandan. This is what exists in Vrindavan, not super soul. Go away with your super soul. We are not interested. We don't want that. That you find in the 10th canto of Bhagavatam, chapter 29, text 24. In the Bhagavatam, canto 10, chapter 29, text 24. Krishna is testing the gopis. Here in also you will see in Bhagavatam, you have already passed Bhagavatam. It's the same chapter, 735. In 735, So Krishna is teaching Arjuna here. He's teaching Arjuna in 735, 1735. Krishna is teaching Arjuna. You know Dharma, you're a devotee, you know Dharma. Krishna wants to be teaching it how to use anger, how to use justice, how to do justice. Will you do justice with anger? She's teaching Arjuna that. Then you find the same thing. The Prithu Maharaj, 4/2016. Krishna is talking to Prithu Maharaj. 4/2016. It is my pastime to fulfill the desires of all living beings, and therefore you may ask from me any benediction that you desire to be fulfilled. Though I offer this benediction, they do not accept it. Bhagavatam 3:29-13. Yes. Sukadev Goswami also tested Maharaj Parikshit in Canto 6. Sukadev Goswami, a spiritual master, is testing the devotee, the disciple. Sukadev Goswami was teaching Parikshit Maharaj atonement. If you do this offense, do this jagya, you get free. If you make this offense, do this jagya, you get free. If you do this offense, do the jagya, you get free. So Parikshit Maharaj listened to his guru, and he said, my dear Gurudev, this is a patchwork. You understand patchwork? Patchwork. Do you know what is patchwork? When you stitch your cloth, that is patchwork. They are teaching. Instead of, if your sari or dhoti is torn, instead of throw it away, go and buy a new one. You go and stitch it. That is patchwork. Sukadev Goswami was speaking in patchwork. This is how Sukadev Parikshit Maharaj see atonement. It's a patchwork. I don't want patchwork. I don't want this patchwork. I want something real. Like you have a flat tire. Instead of going to buy a new tire, you're going to vulcanizer to patch it for you. Parikshit Maharaj is an intelligent student. So he told his guru, I am not interested in this patchwork. I'm not interested. Can you show me something which you will uproot the seed of sin completely? Not this patchwork. Sukadev Goswami says, yes. Just like before we started, I was asking you a question. But my intention was to know what you are understanding. So we look at this, look at what Krishna is saying, what Krishna is doing. Krishna is teaching a very powerful thing, how to apply justice, especially when things become very difficult. As a devotee, either you are managing your own life, you are going to manage the life of your children, you are going to lead their Bhakti research students, you are going to lead some devotees. We are all leaders in different ways, and we have to know how to lead. We should know how to apply justice. So Krishna is doing just that here. This is what Krishna is doing, applying justice. So different devotees have been tested to show us how to apply justice appropriately, and how to make advancement in Krishna consciousness. We need to apply justice perfectly. So Sukadev Goswami is testing his disciple. Want to know. And Parikshit Maharaj passed the test. I don't want this patchwork. Just show me a process by which the seed of sin can be removed completely. I want to uproot the seed of sin completely. Sukadev Goswami was very happy. That is seen in the sixth canto. The sixth canto is not Bhagavatam. Yes. When you get to 7th country, you see so much thing about Prahlad Maharaj, which are in detail. In Prahlad Maharaj. In a purpose, the Papa said, Lord Sri Krishna encouraged Arjuna outwardly just to taste Arjuna's sense of duty. It is not that Arjuna was incomplete in the sense of duty, nor was Lord Sri Krishna unaware of Arjuna's sense of duty. But the Lord Sri Krishna put to test many of his pure devotees just to magnify a sense of duty. The gopis were put to such test as well. Prahlad Maharaj also was put to such test. All pure devotees come out successful in their respective test by the Lord because they are devotees. Therefore, they come out successful. Any question? Shall we move forward? Is there any question?
Yes, Maharaj.
What's the question?
Maharaj, actually, I don't know the canto chapter, so can you please tell which canto we are talking about?
We are in 1st Canto, chapter 7, text 40.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Yes. Now we are moving to text 41. After reaching his own camp, Arjuna, along with his dear friend and charioteer Sri Krishna, entrusted the Damodara unto his dear wife, who was lamenting for her murdered sons. You know who is Ashwatthama? Do you know who is Ashwatthama? The person we are talking about. Anyone know who is Ashwatthama?
Son of Drona.
Okay, the son of Dronacharya. Thank you. What else do we know about what else do we know about Ashwatthama?
He killed the sons of Draupadi.
He
Killed the sons of Draupadi.
killed the sons of Draupadi. Okay. Something else?
Duryodhan's best friend.
Duryodhan's best friend. Right, thank you. Ashwatthama is 3 in 1. 3 persons in 1. Yes, he was very powerful. Why he's so powerful? Because he is 3 persons in 1. Ashwatthama is a partial expansion of Lord Shiva, a portion of Lord Shiva. Yamaraj, no, 4 persons in 1. Partial portion of Lord Shiva, Yamaraj, anger and lust. 4 persons in 1. This is Ashwatthama. Lord Shiva, Yamaraj, anger, lust. All mixed into 1 to become the lotus-eyed son of Dronacharya. He took birth in this world and he's still living till today. Ashwatthama is still living. They're in India till today. And in his next life, he's going to be one of the 7 increases, subtle increases. That is his position. So we should try to understand the person we are dealing with. A spatial expansion of Shiva, Yamaraj, lust, and anger. Four persons in one. And after this birth, the next millennium, he is going to be one of the 7 great cities. So we should understand him. So we know the drama that is going on. We know the drama. That is what happened. He has killed the sons of Draupadi. And he has been brought before. So Draupadi cried. She cried. Who will not do that except one who does not have heart? Anyone who have heart will surely cry. In the case of Draupadi, it was not just one son. The whole 5 sons were killed. And they were killed in a very, very sinful way. They were sleeping. It is against the code of conduct of Satiriya for civilized people. A person who is not holding weapon in hands will not be killed. A person who is sleeping should not be killed. Even if you are fighting with somebody, we have to use the same. You have to use the same weapon. The person is. If the person is using hand, you have to use hand. Cannot use others. But in this case, the children were sleeping, and Ashama went there and killed all of them. So Draupadi was very, very disturbed as he cried. She cried so beautifully that Arjuna became touched. And Arjuna promised her, "Don't worry, my wife, I'm going to bring the head of the person who made you to cry. And you will stand on his head to take your bath." Arjuna went and brought Ashwatthama. Upon seeing that, Draupadi's mind changed. A transcendental relation of Arjuna with Krishna is of the dearmost friendship. In the Bhagavad Gita, the Lord himself has claimed Arjuna as his dearmost friend. Every living being is thus related with the Supreme Lord by some sort of affectionate relation, either as servant or as friend, or as parent, or as an object of conjugal love. Everyone thus can enjoy the company of the Lord in the spiritual realm if he at all desires and sincerely tries for it by the process of Bhakti Yoga, which we are all experiencing. We are following the process. To enter into a very good relationship. So Arjuna brought Swatama to Draupadi and told her, "This is the killer of your children." What is the meaning of that? Arjuna wanted to incite the anger of his wife, because when the children were killed, she was very distraught. She was mortified and really cried to her husband for justice. So Arjuna went, and Arjuna promised her, I will bring the head of the person, means I'm going to kill him, and you stand on his head to take your bath. Arjuna went and brought the Ashwatthama, and Draupadi saw Ashwatthama in a very, very humiliating way. Immediately, her mind changed. So Draupadi is going to speak on that. Draupadi is going to speak on it. Draupadi is going to speak about it. Immediately, her countenance changed. Her mind changed, and Now she's going to speak to her husband. Sri Sudha Goswami said, Draupadi then saw Ashwatthama, who was bound with ropes like an animal and silent for having enacted the most inglorious murder. Due to her female nature and due to her being naturally good and well-behaved, she showed him due respect as a Brahmana. Look at Draupadi's qualifications. Look at her qualifications. What are the qualifications of Draupadi here? What are the qualifications of Draupadi?
A tolerable wife.
Yes. Continue. I want to hear the qualities.
Kind.
Very kind.
Compassionate.
We're in text 42. You can look at text 42. What is happening to
A good behavior.
she is well behaved? One.
He has good respect for the Brahmanas.
Just, yeah. She showed him due respect because she considered him a Brahmana. Two qualities. What are the qualities again? Only two?
Forgiving nature.
Look at the verse 42. Look at text 42. Look at text 42. What are the qualities of Draupadi?
Naturally good and well behaved.
She is well behaved. She is naturally good. Naturally good. She is naturally a good woman by nature. And she has also the nature of a woman. That's the beginning. Due to her female nature, that's one thing. Due to her being naturally good, that is two, she's well behaved and she has respect for Brahmanas. Four qualities are here. She's well behaved. She's naturally a good person. Therefore, her mind changed. Her mind changed. She was not seeing Ashwatthama as a killer of her children. Now she is seeing Ashwatthama as a Brahmana. How do you feel? How do you feel? We have a company. You have a company. In a company, you have employed many people to work there, including your children. Including your children. And the principle in your company is that anyone who steals here should be jailed. Anyone who steals in this company should be jailed. Anyone who steals this company should be punished, sentenced to jail. And one of your children happened to steal, what will you do? what will you do?
We will not do justice at that time.
Yeah. You have been reported. The report has come to you that $10 billion have been taken away from their country. Yeah, who did that? Jail him. That's our principle. And the person inform you it is your son. What will you do?
You change the laws.
What will you do? That's my question. I want to know. What will you do?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
I will jail him so to be an example for other people.
Very good. Very good. You jail him to set an example for others. Very good. Very good. Yes. Soumya, what will you do?
I think I'll be able to jail him. So I'll probably tell everyone that I only lent him money.
You would change the sentence that he didn't steal, that you gave him the money. You ordered.
Yes.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
That's the nature of a woman.
Yeah. That's the nature of a woman. So Tamal Krishna Prabhu, what will you do? Tamal Krishna Prabhu, what will you do? Are you with us? Yes, that is why I wanted you to put on the camera. We're not attentive, we're not here. We just put on there and we are somewhere else. Who is Mr. iPad? Or Miss iPad? What will you do? Your son has taken their 10 billion in a company. But the law in a company that whoever still yes in jail. What will you do?
I will jail him. I will jail him and later follow up to see how to release him also.
Oh, very good. Very good. I know one man, he is a responsible gentleman and a prominent person in the community belong. So his son is a criminal. His son is a criminal. He has warned him many times to stop. But it is a habit that the boy likes to steal. So it's a really hard criminal, not just a thief, it's a hard criminal. The man personally reported the son to police. And the boy was arrested in the house because he's not when he was on operation, but when he's in the house, the man ordered to be arrested. So he was arrested. And not only arrested, the man requested he should be killed. So the boy was killed. Although the man did this, he felt pain when he was killed. But he did it because he is disciplined. He has a good nature. Huh? We are learning and we should learn properly. The justice and the injustice. We should learn properly. We should know how to apply justice, how to apply. Especially as a leader, we have to set the standard. If we want to lead perfectly, we have to set the standard that should be followed by everyone. So it is a very difficult situation. So we should not just look at this as just a philosophical thing on the book. That is why we are asking the question so we can really identify with it and know how to manage. The purpose mentioned in the purport. Women as a class are no better than boys, and therefore they have no discriminatory power like that of a man. Ashwatthama proved himself to be an unworthy son of Dronacharya or of a Brahmana. And for this reason, he was condemned by the greatest authority of Sri Krishna. And yet, a mild woman could not withdraw her natural courtesy for a Brahmana. She is a cultural, natural, who knows the value of that. Therefore, she's acting like this. Even today, in a Hindu family, a woman shows proper respect to the Brahmana caste, however fallen and heinous a Brahma Bandhu may be. But the men have begun to protest against Brahma Bandhus who are born in families of good Brahmana, but by action are less than Shudras. The specific word is used in this sloka are Vama Swabhava, mild and gentle by nature. A good man or woman accepts anything very easily, but a man of average intelligence does not do so. But anyway, we should not give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. We should not give up our reason and discriminatory power just to be gentle. One must have a good discriminatory power to judge a thing on its merit. We should not follow the mild nature of a woman and thereby accept that which is not genuine. Ashwatthama may be respected by a good-natured woman, but that does not mean that he is as good as a genuine Brahman. 43. She could not tolerate Ashwatthama being bound by ropes and being a devoted lady. She said, "Release him, for he is a Brahmana, our spiritual master." Draupadi gave 6 reasons. She gave 6 reasons why Ashwatthama should not be killed. This is number 1. This is number 1. What is the reason Draupadi gave?
He said Ashwatthama is a Brahmana.
Ashwatthama is a Brahmana.
But it's not a Brahmana, am I right?
He has failed from the Brahmanical culture. Therefore, he's not a Brahmana. By quality, he's not a Brahmana. By dress, by caste, he's a Brahmana. But by quality, he's not a Brahmana. A Brahmana cannot kill sleeping babies. A Brahmana can never do that. But Brahma Bandhu can do like that. So by his activity, by his quality, he is not a Brahmana. He is a friend of Brahmana, but not a Brahmana. Therefore, justice has to take place. But Draupadi said, release him, immediately release him because he is a Brahmana. It is by his mercy that you learn how to throw arrows. By his mercy, you learn how to throw arrows. It is not Ashwatthama who trained Arjuna. It is Ashwatthama's father, Dronacharya, who trained Arjuna. But the son is what? The son is a representative of the father. Therefore, Ashwatthama is as good as his father. On that basis, Draupadi says, release him. Release him. You are committing offense to a Brahmana by putting him, by humiliating him in this way. Release him. The first regency gave. She thought it intolerable that a Brahmana should, and especially when the Brahmana happened to be a teacher's son. Have we recorded him before? Arjuna arrested Ashwatthama, knowing perfectly well that he was the son of Dronacharya. Krishna also knew him to be so, but both of them condemned the murderer without consideration of his being the son of a Brahmana. According to revealed scriptures, a teacher or spiritual master is liable to be rejected if he proves himself unworthy of the position of a guru or spiritual master. Yes. When one has fallen down from the position, one should not sentimentally remain there. Is my guru, is my guru. If you remain there sentimentally, you are not going to make advancement because it doesn't have the potency any longer. So it should be rejected. Ashwatthama has acted below the Brahmanical qualification. Therefore, he is no more a Brahman. This should be clear. You should understand this. But Draupadi says, release him. He is a Brahmana. What kind of a Brahmana he is? Brahmana by birth, not the qualification. This is condemned throughout our scriptures, propounded by our chariots. Brahmana by qualification is a Brahmana. The same thing happened in the 8th cantos, Bhagavata. Shukracharya gave a wrong instruction befitting a fallen guru, and immediately his disciple, Bali Maharaj, rejected him and followed the path of Krishna consciousness. A guru is called also Anacharya, or a person who has personally assimilated all the essence of Shastras and has helped his disciple to adopt the ways. Ashwatthama failed to discharge the duties of a Brahmana or teacher, and therefore he was liable to be rejected by the exalted position of a Brahmana. Rejected from the exalted position of it. On this consideration, both Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna were right in condemning Ashwatthama. But to a good lady like Draupadi, the matter was considered not from the angle of Shastric vision, but as a matter of custom. This is a problem. This is a problem. custom. What is wrong with the following custom? What is wrong with following custom?
Misusing of power.
Hmm?
Misusing of power.
Right. All right, good, thank you. What else? What is wrong with custom? Following custom. I'm a Tamil. This is my culture. This is the custom. We eat with the hands. Right? I'm a I'm what?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
I'm a Yoruba man. I'm a Yoruba man. Our culture is to eat with leaves. So what is wrong with that? I am Cindy. Cindy. So we eat sweet last. We start eating the salt. We eat sweet last. Okay, this is our custom. So what is wrong with that? Yes, everyone from what's wrong with the custom?
Blindly following it.
It can be blindly followed. Thank you. This is what my great grandfather have been doing. Therefore, as you do it, even if it's not helping anybody, right? Even though it's not helping anybody, but this is what my great grandfather. This is a business my great grandfather have been doing. This is a business they have been doing, and was also do this business, even though that business is obsolete. But this is what my parents do, so I have to do it. Will you succeed in the business? This I will tell you one debate about the ancestral well. Ancestral well. The well had become contaminated. And many people are dying from drinking it in the village, but people continue to drink that. What do you call that? What do you call that? The well was a good, when it was newly constructed, the well was very good, and all the villagers were drinking water from that. But in due course of time, it became polluted, very poisonous. Who drink from that, they get sick, and some died. But we continue to drink from it because this is our ancestral well. Although it's not functioning again, but this is our ancestral well. We have to follow this. We, the son of the soil, have to drink this well. It's foolishness. And many people are dying from foolishness, not from knowledge, but from foolishness, from ignorance. So Arjun knew that Ashwatthama is the son of his teacher. Arjun knew that. And Krishna also knows that Ashwatthama is the son of a great general, a great, mighty general, Dronacharya. In a scriptural standard, he was arrested. This is justice. This is justice, not just sentimental. This is justice. But Draupadi followed the custom. He is a son of your teacher. You are June today because you were trained by him. Without you, you would never have the position you have. Therefore, respect to him. Yes, you have respect for him. We have respect for him, but acting below the position. We should not remain drinking ancestral well. We will die because the water is now polluted. Actually, The matter is different. A Brahmana is accepted on the merit of qualification and not on the merit of simply being the son of a Brahmana. That is the point. That's the point to be considered. One is considered a devotee. One is called a devotee. If we are devoted, then we are a devotee. If we are not devoted, it cannot be called a devotee. But in spite of all this, Draupadi desired that Ashwatthama be at once released, and it was all the same, a good sentiment for her. This means that a devotee of the Lord can tolerate all sorts of tribulation personally, but still, such devotees are never unkind to others, even to the enemy. These are the characteristics of one who is a pure devotee of the Lord. Very good. Very good. So Draupadi is not condemned for being such a wonderful devotee. A pure devotee will forgive their enemy. Yes, they will forgive. They will forgive the enemy. They will treat the enemy nicely. Pure devotee can do that. But if you are a leader, this is not personally to you. It's not just a personal thing now. This is a national thing or a universal issue that whatever you do is going to send a very powerful signal to everybody. That's a different case. For a leader, you have to apply justice. It is said that an ideal king ready to punish his own child and release the children of enemies if they are not faulty. Text 44. It was by Dronacharya's mercy that you learned the military act of throwing arrows and the confidential act of controlling weapons. So first reason was what? What was the first reason he gave? She gave? So what was the first reason Draupadi gave?
He's a Brahmana.
Brahmana. Second reason? What was the second reason?
Son of the spiritual master.
Yeah, text 44. This is the second reason. 44 is the second reason. He said, the son of your guru, by whose mercy you can throw the arrows, you can meet with your enemies at ease. He's the son of your enemy. He's the one who taught you that. You are a mighty Arjun today because of the mercy of your spiritual master. And this is his son, as good as the guru, because the son represents all right. So Prabhupada said, the control is by Vedic mantras. Oh, first of all, the difference. There's a difference between what Arjun and Ashwatthama are using and our present day situation. Danduru Veda or military science was taught by Dronacharya with all its confidential secrets of throwing and controlling the Vedic hymns. Gross military science is dependent on material weapons. But finer than that is the act of throwing the arrows saturated with Vedic hymns, which act more effectively than gross material weapons, like the machine guns or atomic bombs. It is said that in the Ramayana, that Maharaj Dasarat, the father of Lord Sri Ram, used to control arrows by sound only. Just by hearing the sound, without seeing the object, Dasarat Maharaj can target and can get the object down just by hearing the sound. So our atomic bomb is constructed in the mode of darkness, ignorance. And a Brahmastra weapon is constructed by the mode of goodness. It is with mantra. And the weapon is so intelligent, the weapon is so intelligent because it's controlled by mantra. And the mantra is a person. Therefore, Brahmastra can go to only the target, not otherwise. Our atomic bomb will destroy not only the enemy, but all others who are evil, because it is ignorance. Tamasik. The Brahmastra is different, very intelligent. That is the difference. He could pierce his target with his arrow by only hearing the sound, without seeing the object. So this is a finer military science than that of the gross material and military weapons used nowadays. Arjuna was taught all these, and therefore Draupadi wished that Arjuna feel obliged to Adonacharya for all these benefits. And in the absence of Adonacharya, his son was the representative. That was the opinion of the good lady Draupadi. It may be argued why Adonacharya, a rigid Brahmana, should be a teacher in military science. But the reply is that the Brahmana should become a teacher, regardless of what his department of knowledge is. The learned Brahmana should become a teacher, a priest, and recipient of charity. A bona fide Brahmana is authorized to accept this sort of profession. The Brahmana has six qualities. That is one, he's a teacher. And he can teach any subject. He's a teacher. He is qualified to perform yajna. Yes, he's qualified to perform yajna, to worship the deities, to give charity, to accept charity. This is the duty of the Brahman. Therefore, Draupadi said, release him, he is your teacher. He's your teacher. He, Adonacharya, is certainly still existing, being represented by his son. His son Kripi did not undergo a sati with him because she had a son. Yes, when a husband leaves a body, a wife should also follow by entering into the fire. There's a qualification for that. The qualification is that this lady has never met any man in her life. The only person has ever slept with is the husband. Therefore, the attachment is very, very strong. The attachment is very strong, so strong that the fire is not as painful as the pain of separation. Therefore, they can do that willingly without pain, without being forced. The pain of separation is worse than the pain of fire, entering into fire. Therefore, they could do it. That qualification was there. And also, this qualification is there, but there are also disqualification. If one has a nursing a nursing mother should not enter the fire. A pregnant woman should also not enter the fire. So Kripi did not enter the fire because he was having a child to take care of. That was her qualification, not to enter. Otherwise, she would have entered. She has all the qualification, but she couldn't go. So Draupadi is giving an example. She is alive. With the third reason she gave,
He certainly still existing, being represented by sun.
all right? Thank you. Thank you. (46). Text 46. O most fortunate one who knows the principles of religion, it is not good for you to cause grief to glorious family members who are always respectable and worshipful. Fourth reason. What does he say? What does he say? What is her fourth reason?
It is not good for you to cause grief to family members.
Yes. Don't cause anxiety to others. You show mercy. Should be merciful. Show mercy. I am in pain. I don't want to make another person feel pain like me. You see, the life of a devotee doesn't want to cause problem for others. Let me take the pain. I don't want to put others in anxiety. I don't want to cause this pain. So don't kill him. So leave him. Leave him. Leave him. Don't cause him pain. A slight insult for a respectable family is sufficient to invoke grief. Therefore, a cultured man should always be careful in dealing with worshipful family members. So be careful how we deal with family members. The people who are highly placed, who are highly respected, people who value their name, those who value the character, they see character as a great slight insult will be taken very, very seriously. Very, very seriously. So Draupadi is pointing hand, he's pointing Arjuna. See where you're going. By killing him, you're going to give anxiety to Kripi. Now, excuse me. The husband is not there. One problem. Second problem, they're going to cause anxiety. The son is going to go. How will you handle that? How will you handle that? Show mercy. Should be merciful. Should be merciful. Should be merciful. If you have a question, you should ask me as I'm going, as I'm speaking. Anyone have a question so far? In any verse? Yes, tell me.
Maharaj, I asked that if it happened, if that incident happened, that if Arjuna is Like Ashwathama, he's still behaving like that only, as he was before. And Arjuna also, he not following his wife instruction. He suppose he uh, mm, killed him. So what should the wife do at that time?
Why should the wife?
Do at that time, wife like Draupadi should.
Arjun is going to act properly. Don't worry. Just wait. Arjun is going to act very perfect. You know, he is under Krishna's test. Arjun is under examination. Krishna is examining him. From the wife, Bhimsena, his senior brother. Yudhishthira Maharaj, senior brother. Krishna himself, the supreme person of Godhead. Arjun is in the middle. Along with the promise he has given to the wife. In a Vedic culture, people are very civilized. Whatever you say, stand forever. Better to die than to change a word. Unlike on Kali. Oh, I don't know. Oh, I forgot. I didn't remember. I can't remember I said that. All these are sinful. They're all sinful life. Arjun will not say that. So putting all this together, he is going to respond. Don't worry. He's going to respond. He will respond perfectly. He will respond perfectly.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. My question,
Hmm.
you made us understand that Ashwatthama is a partial expansion of Lord Shiva and even Yamaraj also. So I'm surprised why
Only
he's
two.
so
Not
only,
only two.
and then anger and lust making
Yes.
four.
Yes.
So, but I'm also wondering why is he so rascally like that?
Not only that, he is going to be one of the 7 great sages for the whole universe. Not just being a Brahmana. It's 7 sages, you know what it means? That is a very high position. With all these things he's doing, he's going to be elevated to that position. Is not wonderful?
It's wonderful.
Yes. So what is behind, like you said, rascal? Yes, how can such a rascal person be promoted to such a position? If he's a rascal, how can he be given such a high position? Yes, it's a good question. There are personalities who are acting a drama. In the universe, there are personalities who are acting drama. Like Arjun in Bhagavad Gita is acting a drama. Arjun is not a conditioned soul. And he's never in ignorance. If you observe carefully, you will see that Lord Krishna had already called Arjun Buddhakesh before he dropped his weapon, not before that. It is after Arjun had been described as the one who has conquered ignorance, who has conquered the lamentation. He started lamenting. Krishna didn't call him Buddhakesh after his lamentation and hearing about Gita. No, he was called already before the lamentation. He started in lamentation. He was already given that title. He is acting. So Ashwatthama is acting to make the game, to make the drama function. He is acting. That is Ashwatthama. Otherwise, Yamaraj is not ordinary person. He's great. You can say, okay, loss and anger, all this condemned. But look at Shiva. Shiva means all auspicious. And Yamaraj is Dharma. He knows perfectly what to do. So he cannot be faulty. And Ashwatthama is all this put together. So he's acting.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Another question? Shall we continue?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Shri Gurudev.
Yes.
Shri Gurudev, like yeah, in this material world, we see many pure devotees who are coming and they show compassion towards everyone. Like so many people who have committed so many sins, who are like Ashwatthama. So how, like, is the compassion shown by the pure devotees in this world towards Ashwatthama-like people? Is it different from what Draupadi compassion? Is it different from the compassion she was showing?
Draupadi's compassion and who? Whose compassion? The pure devotees.
And the pure devotees, yeah, towards people who are like Ashwatthama.
Yeah, that is the nature of pure devotees. It's the same thing. Pure devotees' nature is like that. For them, they don't have enemy. So they don't see the external thing which we see. This person has killed my children. They won't see that. They won't see that because they don't see the soul being killed anymore. They see the soul being released to go to a different place. So they don't feel bad. That's the nature of pure devotees. And they are pure only if they have these qualities like this. They were considered pure only if they have these qualities. Without these qualities, they are not considered pure. They will be considered different. Yeah, that is the nature of pure devotees. They have the same nature. All right?
Thank you, Shri Gurudev. Yes, Gurudev.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
In this case, when you see somebody acting like a drunkard, as a devotee, can you chastise him while he's on the field of the acting? Can you elaborate more for us?
If you see a drunkard, don't chastise the person. Because he's not the disciple. If he's a devotee, honor you in the temple, then you can chastise. When you see a drunkard in the street, you cannot chastise the person. The person attack you, the person will not protect you because you didn't follow the etiquette. The person block your head, the person will not protect you. No, the person won't say sorry to you. But if you do that to a devotee, the person will promote you. Because the devotee is under your care, so you have responsibility over that. So you can chastise, you can correct, but not a non-devotee. That is Vaishnava etiquette. That you are nonsense, you don't know you're going to hell by drinking alcohol. What kind of dangerous life you are living? I want to help you. You nonsense, give all this a drink and become a devotee. The patient will break your head like a Madai. And what will you do? You can't do anything. But he's a disciple, it's okay. Lord Nityananda Prabhu did it because he's a Supreme Lord, so he can do that. Because he already decided to liberate him. So he can do anything. But we have to follow the etiquette. All right? Text 47. My Lord, do not make the wife of Donachara cry like me. I am aggrieved for the death of my sons. She need not cry constantly like me. This is the fifth reason. The fifth reason Draupadi did. What's the fifth reason? What's the fifth?
Ashwatthama mother should not cry like me. She should not suffer through the pain which Draupadi is going.
Yes. Don't make her cry like me. This is a difference. A non-devotee will do what? A non-devotee will extend his or anxiety to everyone else. So we should learn from me. We should learn from here. We should not extend our anxiety to others. We should not extend our anxiety to others. The Draupadi said, please don't make her cry like me. Sympathetic good lady as she was, Srimati Draupadi did not want to put the wife of Acharya in the same position of childlessness, both from the point of motherly feelings and from the respectable position held by the wife of Acharya. It's a very good quality. So there are two ways here. There are two ways. I am childless. I don't want her to also become childless. I'm in anxiety. I don't want to put others in anxiety. Let me deal with it. This is what we see with pure devotees. What should they do? I think the time I have to give me all the sins of everyone. Let them go back. Let me take everything. Why? I don't want them to suffer. Opposite of that is non-devotees. The demon don't want to see someone happy. Someone is happy, oh, that is the problem. Want to put others in anxiety. We should not put anyone in anxiety. Our duty as devotees is to release others from anxiety. To release others from anxiety. And even if you cannot, don't increase it. Even if you cannot help people to get out of anxiety, don't increase it. At least leave it as it is for those who can help to come and help the person out of anxiety. I say a gentle person should behave. If you can help people get out of anxiety, do it. If you cannot help, don't increase it. Just leave it as it is. Fifth reason. I don't want to see others in anxiety. It's not wonderful. So when we say a saintly person or a saintly person or a devotee, we are looking at these qualities. We are looking at all the qualities. How we relate with everything and everyone around us. Count, devotee. And now she will give the last reason. 48. If the kingly administrative order, being unrestricted in sense control, offends the Brahmana under the enrages them. If the kingly administrative order, being unrestricted in sense control, offends the Brahmana order and enrages them, then the fire of that rage burns up the whole body of the royal family and bring grief upon all. The sixth reason is the 61. What is our reason? The sixth one. What is the sixth reason?
Krishna Maharaj.
Krishna.
Yes, offended. Should not offend the Brahmanes.
All right. The Brahmana order of society or the spiritually advanced caste or community and the members of such highly elevated families were always held in great esteem by the order. Subordinate caste, namely the administrative kingly order, the mercantile order, and the laborers. The Brahmanas are very, very high. There's one lecture Prabhupada gave. Shudra are independent. Shudra are dependent. Sattva are dependent. Vaishya dependent. Brahmanas independent. So a king, if you remember the story of King Nirga, a king does not have power over the position of a Brahmin. His power does not reach there. He has power to give punishment to different. Does not have power to punish a Brahmin. A king does not have power to punish a Brahmin. Only when the Brahmana falls down, then the king has the right to chastise. He can punish. Like neither can he if the administrative order being restricted in sense control, if they cannot control the senses and they are attempting to resolve a property of a Brahmana, then the fire would burn up the whole body of the royal family and bring grief upon all. Everybody say, don't do this. Don't do this. All right. Maharaj Yudhishthira, who was this Dharmaraj or Yamaraj, fully supported the word of King Draupadi in asking Arjuna to release Ashwatthama. Now, this is a situation before Arjuna. One should not tolerate the humiliation of a great family. Family were indebted to the family of Lord Acharya because of Arjuna's learning. If ingratitude were shown to such a benevolent family, it will not be at all justified from the moral standpoint. The wife of Don Acharya, who was the half body of the great soul, must be treated with compassion, and she should not be put into guilt because of her son's death. That is compassion. Such statement by Draupadi were without duplicity, because actions should be taken with full knowledge. The feeling of equality was there because Draupadi spoke out of her personal experience. A barren woman cannot understand the grief of the mother. Draupadi was herself mother. And therefore, her calculation of the depth of this grief was quite to the point. And it was glorious because she wanted to show proper respect to a great family. So here is a summary to the 6th point. Draupadi gives 6 reasons why Ashwatthama should not be killed. 1, out of piety. The killing will go against religion. Text 43. Draupadi said, the killing will go against religion. So it is a custom, it's a piety. Number 2 reason is justice, which is text 44. Justice, text 44. The third reason is due to kindness and humility, humanity. Kindness and humanity. Kindness and humanity. The third reason, which is text 45. Number 4, the fourth reason is due to mercy, which is text 46. It's a mercy. The 5th reason she gave was equality, not wanting others to feel the same pain one is feeling. And the 6th one is a greatness based on willingness to show proper respect for a great family. You got it? You get everything?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay. Nakula was famous for his wisdom, and Sahadev had learned astronomy and showed mercy from Dronacharya. Hearing these reasons, everyone, including Yudhishthira Maharaj, a personification of religiosity, approved. Bhim alone insisted that Ashwatthama be immediately killed. That's a Satriya. That's a Satriya. Krishna has taken both sides. That is the main problem. The main problem is that we are expecting that Krishna should come and say, oh, stop. But Krishna put Arjuna to test. Krishna wants to see Arjuna's sense of justice. Want to see how Arjuna, how a devotee, this is natural for every responsible person. We want to see who are going to, what is the ability, what is the qualification, what is the strength of those who are going to represent us. When I'm not here, let me see the display of all of your qualities for representing me, so that I will live happily. This is what is happening. This is what Krishna is doing. He is omniscient. He knows everything. Like a teacher is setting exam for the students. After teaching and training the student, the teacher is setting exam. Why is he setting it? He doesn't know the student. After all, we have been asking questions as the teachers are going. Have been asking questions and answers have been given. So the teacher must know all the students in the class. Why is he setting exam? The Krishna is omniscient. Why is he testing Arjuna? He had tested the Prahlad, he tested Maharaj, Sukadeva Goswami, tested his disciple, Parikshit Maharaj. What are they doing? We want to know the strength of the disciples. Who among you will represent me? We want to know whom I'm keeping behind. We want to know the quality. The Krishna told Yudhishthira Maharaj, the grandfather is leaving the body. Let us go. Don't go like this, lamenting and refusing to accept the service. Now that nobody is there. A child is going to leave the body lamenting, and he will not be in a good consciousness. That is not the responsibility of the disciple. Disciple responsibility is to act in such a way that the father, the guru, is happy, is confident. Yes, the training I have given to you has yielded the result that I can now go happily because I have somebody to represent. That's what Krishna is doing. It is necessary. It is not out of place. But Krishna has taken both sides. He has stated that Ashwatthama should be killed. And those agreed with Bhimsena, and that Ashwatthama should be spared. And those he agreed with, Draupadi, Yudhishthira, and others. How is that? This contradiction. In text 53 and 54, Krishna instructed Arjuna to satisfy everyone, to both kill Ashwatthama and spare him. So the matter is going to the end, is going to the head. Now, all the drama going on is not the issue. The end result, that is most important. We can see someone doing something, that is okay, but we should be concerned with the end result. That's the most important. What is the end result? What is, okay, the activities are being done, everything is going on, but what is the end result? This activity, what is the end? What does it look like? It's auspicious or inauspicious? That is what we should base our judgment. So Lord Krishna has given Arjuna here, Ashwatthama has acted below the standard of a Brahman, so he should be killed. I agree with that, he should be killed. And also, Bhimsena, he agreed he should be killed. So myself, Bhimsena, he agreed he should be killed. It should satisfy us. Yudhishthira Maharaj says he should not be killed. Draupadi says he should not be killed because whatever he is, he's still the son of a Brahmana teacher. So he should be respected because he's celebrated. The Krishna said, now you act in such a way that I will be satisfied. And also, your wife should be satisfied. Please, the two parties. So now there are two camps. Arjuna is in the middle. What to do? Arjuna is stay in the middle, looking both sides. My wife, my senior brother, Yudhishthira Maharaj Draupadi, they are here. My senior brother and my supreme friend, Krishna, is the other side. I'm in the middle. Ashwatthama is in my front. What to do? Kill him and not kill him. Lord Krishna never leaves his devotees alone. Lord Krishna never leaves his devotees alone. Tesam Satata Yutanam Budget Pretty Purvakam. Budgetam Pretty Purvakam. That means Budi jogam tam jena mamu payantite. That is not just a theory, it is reality. So Lord Krishna is standing here watching Arjuna to satisfy him and do the justice. After putting Arjuna in this way, Krishna from inside inspired Arjuna. With intelligence to accomplish his task. Krishna, the Dami Buddhi Yogam Tam, in a Mama Payantite. It's not just theory. Krishna does it. In this way, Lord Krishna gives intelligence to the Gyanis. So what's the difference? Here, Krishna said here, pretty proof account, which the Gyani does not have. So what is the difference? The difference is pretty proof account. The Gyani does not have love for Krishna. They're simply speculating just to satisfy themselves. But devotees, they have love for Krishna. So Krishna is giving intelligence to him, to devotees to come to him. Krishna is giving intelligence to the Gyanis to speculate. So Krishna gives not only the knowledge to the devotees, Krishna revealed himself. Krishna showed himself to the devotees. That's the difference. So the devotee always act properly. He always act. Text 49. Sutta vacha dharamyam nyay jam sukarunam nirvyadikam samam mahat aja dharma sutto ragya patya mandat vacho dija. Sutta Goswami said, "Oh Brahmanas, King Yudhishthira fully supported the statement of the queen, which were in accordance with the principles of religion, and were justified, glorious, full of mercy and equality, and without duplicity." And we should know that religiosity may not have duplicity. Yes, without duplicity. Religiosity would have without duplicity, but spirituality is full of duplicity and overspecious. Religiosity is full of without duplicity, free from duplicity. Yes, religiosity is free from duplicity. It's okay. It is free from duplicity, but spirituality is full of duplicity, and yet it is transcendental, superior to religiosity. And Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami mentioned in Chitaka. Although the lovely affair between Radha and Krishna, the gopis and Krishna is so crooked, in no state, so crooked. At the same time, it is pure. How? Why is that pure? Because there is no sin inside. And because there is no sin inside, it brings only transcendental pleasure, immeasurable pleasure. Immeasurable. There's no duplicity inside. It's crooked, but still there's no duplicity. Full of duplicity, and at the same time, it's pure. So Krishna gave the direction for Arjuna, what they should do. Bhim, however, disagreed with them and recommended killing this culprit who, in an angry mood, had murdered the sleeping children for no purpose and for neither his nor his master's interest. Ashwatthama was thinking he's going to please his master Dhira. But Dhira condemned him. Oh, what a sinful thing you have done. Why did you do this? This is condemned. In fact, you have disgraced me. Seeing Krishna Arjuna in this way, seeing Arjuna in this perplexity. Text 52. Ni samya bhima gaditam Dropadya cha chaturbhuja alokya vadanam chakyu idamahas hasam viva. Lord Krishna smiled. He didn't laugh, he smiled. Chaturbhuja, a four-armed one. Oh, the Supreme Personality of God, after hearing the word of Bhima, Draupadi and others, saw the face of his dear friend Arjuna, and he began to speak as if smiling. He didn't smile. He didn't laugh. He always smiled. He always smiled, not laughing. He smiled. Why Krishna is smiling? Krishna's smile means I'm going to test you, testing you. All this happening is I'm testing you. I want to see how you will act. If you are my friend, and not only a friend, if you are from a high family, highly educated family, we don't expect a teacher's son to be a fool. We don't expect a teacher's son to be. We don't expect a millionaire's child to be loitering in the street. We don't expect that. Yeah, we expect a poor man's child to be suffering in the street. Yes, but not this one. We don't expect a doctor's child to be helplessly sick, to be cured. So Krishna is smiling. You are my friend, you're my best friend. And we are also bloodly related. So you have a highly respectable position. So it's not just to be in a position, it's not just to claim a title, it's not just to put on that title. Sure that you are my friend. Like a devotee taking care of deities, they should communicate. Yes, should communicate. Krishna is communicating with Arjuna. Everybody standing physically. Krishna didn't speak. Krishna didn't speak. What he spoke, Krishna spoke to Arjuna. What he should do, because he's the super soul that had his guiding. Krishna spoke to him. The Prabhupada said, Lord Sri Krishna had two arms. And why he is designated as four-armed is explained by Sridhara Swami. Both Bhima and Draupadi held opposite views about killing Ashwatthama. Bhima wanted him to be immediately killed, whereas Draupadi wanted to save him. We can imagine him ready to kill while Draupadi is obstructing him. In order to prevent both of them, the Lord discovered another two arms. So Lord Krishna divided the two parties into two, and he's supporting. Bhimsena is ready to kill Krishna, pushing on one side. And Draupadi is trying to obstruct Bhimsena. Krishna also put his hand this way. Both of you should stay. Stay where you are. Stay where you are. Leave the whole matter into the hands of Arjuna. What does Krishna do? Bhimsena is using his physical strength. Draupadi is using her mental strength. What will Arjuna use? Krishna is teaching. What will Arjuna use here? Arjuna is going to be confused, bewildered, and frustrated, and does not know what to do. Lord Krishna has divided the party into two and leaving Arjuna and Ashwatthama in the middle. So the one who knows should act, the one who knows should lead. Arjuna is not using physical strength. Neither is he using mental strength. He is using his spiritual strength, his devotion. His connection with Krishna is devotion. So Arjuna is going to act. So Arjuna uses his spiritual connection, his devotion. Not physical, not mental. Well, Ramachandra was banished by his father to go to the forest. And Lakshman got to know about it. Marched to the palace and saw the father lying down, lamenting, Ram, 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 Ram. Lakshman said, what is happening? What is this? Kakei, who is always the brain behind all the activities, spoke the words he spoke to Ramchandra. Yeah, father is so a disgrace in the language of the exalted king. That father is a disgrace. He gave promise he could not maintain. That's why he's on the floor. That is where a king should be supposed to be on the throne. That's why I say, what is that? When he was fighting and he was in danger, I drove a chariot and saved his life. He became very happy with me and gave me 2 boons. I didn't take a long time. Today, I just took it. He should send Ram to the forest. And he should give the throne to my son. And then he had agreed. That is why he's lamenting. My father agreed? Yes, he agreed. He should go to the last month. I will close down the whole universe now. Ramachandra said, you are a son? Are you a son? Can you just keep this thing down? Can you just put this thing down? Physical strength is all and all. Physical, is that all and all? Those who are wise, the Brahmanas are ruling those who are physically very powerful. The Kshatriyas, the Brahmanas are lazy, they are away from us. austerity, they are not strong, but they are leading those who are strong and commanding and directing them. So which one is more powerful? Which one is not? It is for people who don't have control over the senses. Who does not know it. Keep it down. So Krishna, he did the same thing here. Krishna, he manifested it in 2 hands. He is Krishna with 2 hands. But here, when Krishna came, the Supreme Personality with 2 hands. With 2 hands. All the incarnations entered into it. Everything was there. Everyone was there. So when Krishna wanted to do the work of Vishnu, he would manifest that. Here, Lord Vishnu has to come inside to do the division. So intelligence came inside. Devotion came inside. Devotion came. There is devotion. Arjuna has a devotion. So the 4 hands came out to stop the 4 parties. In his Narayan future, he resides with his devotees in Vaikuntha planet. He resides in the Krishna Loka planet, far, far above the Vaikuntha planet in the spiritual sky. Therefore, if Sri Krishna is called Chaturbuja, is as is written in his Vishwarupa, shown to you. If one can display hundreds and thousands of forms, if one who can display hundreds and thousands of hands can also manifest for whenever needed. When Arjuna was less about what to do with Aswatthama, but Sri Krishna, as a very dear friend of Arjuna, voluntarily took up the matter just to make a solution, and he was smiling. So what is this? God has Sri Krishna said, a friend of a Brahmana is not to be killed, but if he is an aggressor, he must be killed, which is the position of Aswatthama. All these rulings are in the scriptures, and you should act accordingly. You have to fulfill their promise to your wife, and you must also act to add to the satisfaction of Bhimsena and me. So Krishna is making the issue very tasty, and tasty, making it tasty. It is recommended in the scripture. Krishna said, an aggressor should be killed. Aswatthama is an aggressor. Although he's a son of a Brahmana, not just a son of a Brahmana, the son of your own teacher, one who made you what you are. He is responsible in your life. So, what to do? This is recommended in scripture. It's scriptural. If you kill him, it's scriptural. And also, see, don't forget the promise your wife is. And here you have your brother Bhimsena, and me also. I wanted justice. So, do something. Dronacharya was Brahmana in the true sense of the term, but because he stood, he was killed. Although Ashwatthama was without any fighting, the ruling is that an aggressor, when he is without weapon of chariot, killed. All these were certainly perplexities. Besides that, Arjuna had to keep the promise he had made before Draupadi just to pacify her. And he also had to satisfy both him and Krishna, who advised killing. His dilemma was present before Arjuna, and the solution was awarded by Krishna. So Krishna guided Arjuna on the path. Just then Arjuna could understand the motive of the Lord by his equivocal orders. And thus what he saw is severed both the hair and jewel from the head of Ashwatthama. Arjuna has done it. He has done it. By the mercy of Krishna, he has done it. As simultaneously heal and not kill Ashwatthama by the devotional merits. He got this. Mice was selected by Arjuna by his sharp intelligence, and he separated the jewel from the head of Ashwatthama. This was as good as cutting off his head, and yet his life was saved for all practical purposes. Here, Ashwatthama is indicated as twice born. Certainly, he was twice born, but he fell down from the position, and therefore he was properly punished. So the matter is saved, is solved. The matter is solved. Ashwatthama is killed and not killed by Lord Krishna, by Lord Krishna's costless mercy. Arjuna acted perfectly. Vimucharasana bhattam balahatya hatha padam ijasamadina inam sidiran hidayapaya. He, Ashwatthama, had already lost his bodily luster due to infanticide. And now, moreover, having lost the jewel from his head, he lost even more strength because he was bound and driven out to the camp. Cutting the hair from his head, depriving him of his word, and driving him from his residence are the prescribed punishment for the relative to Brahman. There is no injunction for killing the body. Hereafter, the sons of Pandu and Draupadi were well performed the proper ritual for the bodies of their relatives. Prabhupada. Any question? Comments? Questions, comments?
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
I think from this narration, maybe we also learn a lesson of, as a devotee, not to take vengeance and then have forgiven spirit, as demonstrated by Draupadi.
Yes. You know the principle of forgiveness? You know the principle of forgiveness? Yeah, we should learn that. We should learn how to principle of forgiveness. Yes. Do you know the principle of forgiveness? What is the principle of forgiveness? What is the principle?
I think I think the Lord said, vengeance is mine. The Lord takes vengeance. We should not take vengeance.
Satama was left to go like that without anything here. Was Satama just left to go like that without anything happen here? Huh? Ashatama was just okay, go, bye. How do you go? That what happened now? Am I asking question?
No, Maharaj.
Yeah, no.
Something was done.
Something has happened. He will not just ask to go. Something has happened. So we should know the principle of forgiveness. Principle of forgiveness is that we should not forgive someone without the person repenting.
Yeah.
He did not, because he didn't, then he was punished. He was not physically killed, but he was punished. So we should know how to apply this principle. All right. Anything else?
Hare Krishna Maharaj. All glory to you, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna. Yes. Thank you. Is a comment or question?
Maharaj, will it be Hare Krishna Maharaj? Will it be Maharaj?
Yes.
Krishna, but how come their children still have to die and many other things?
Sorry. Can you repeat it? I'm sorry. What was the question?
Hello, Maharaj. I said Krishna protected the Pandavas.
Yes.
But their children died.
Ah, okay. Okay. Yes. Lord Krishna already told Arjuna, everyone on this battlefield will go. Only you 5 panda will remain. Krishna already told them. He told Arjuna that, see, nobody go. Only 5 people are going to go. Everybody have come here, they will go. So Krishna already made up his plan. He already designed what he want to do, and everything went like that. And although the children were not killed, they right in the battlefield. All these are Christians. So it's not that Krishna did not like the children of his devotees. we see that in Matra, where some people they have a good friend, they like the friend, but they don't like the children. They will not take care of the children of their friend. That is not the case here. Krishna is, he already made up all the plan, who is going to stay and who will go. And he went about everything perfectly like that. All right?
Maharaj? Maharaj?
Yes.
The way Draupadi reacted is very advanced.
Yes.
And that's like above, she's already liberated from the influence of the modes, kind of. So yeah. Those sadhakas those of us who are still struggling, with our sadhana, trying to upgrade ourselves to that level of Brahma Buddha. It's not very easy to react like do unto others as we want others do unto you. It's not easy.
Yes, definitely. It is. It is difficult for everyone to act like Draupadi. She's not ordinary person. She's a better woman. So she can act. Not everybody will act like her. She's an exalted woman, pure devotee, eternal associate of Krishna. So she cannot be less in her behavior. Madhurya?
Yes, Maharaj, I want to ask a question that here Arjuna is so determined to Krishna that even it's very difficult for him to kill the Duryodhan's team, but then also he killed. So how to develop that determination?
Here we repeatedly mention the devotion he has for Krishna. Because of his devotion for Krishna, Krishna spoke to him in the heart. Now you don't have to kill him physically, cut off his jewel, and cut his hair here and there. Not if you are person you shave completely, but you cut from there, cut him, leave it like that. So that is like killing and not killing. I know also in my village we are Satrias. So if a Satriya, they use a cutlass to slap you. They will not cut you directly. They slap you with this. That means the person has killed you. The person doesn't mean has killed you. They use a flat side to slap at it. So it's like killing and not killing. How do we get to this level of devotion? Is by sadhana. Yes, strict sadhana. Strict sadhana. Yesterday, Kadasi, fasting completely and pray to Krishna. Chant the holy name. Draw out and pray, please Krishna help me. Please Krishna help me. I'm tired of this material world. So terrible. Please Krishna help me. For this mood, Krishna will come in and promote us. So we're on the way. So let us be satisfied with that. We're on the way. Let us remain on the way and eventually we'll get there. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Maharaj.
See you tomorrow.
Pranam. So glorious, so glorious. Yeah, please, everybody should unmute and chant one powerful Hare Krishna for Maharaj. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Hare Hare,
Hare
Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Bhagavatam ki jai.
Jai.
Dandava Pranam. So glorious to you. So glorious to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We are very fortunate to have Maharaj with us. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Jai. See you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow's time is early, 7:30 a.m. Ghana time, which translates into 8:30 Nigerian time. And for Indian Standard Time, I don't know, maybe 12 or 1, something like that. So try to be there timely. Characteristically, it is the students that wait for the teacher, not the teacher waiting for the students. So those who are in the habit of coming late, they should adjust immediately. Any attitude you put forward here, you are exposing yourself. So conduct yourself so that Maharaj will be happy to release all that he has for us. Please, let's come on time. And when you come on, try to on your video so that we can see you. To put the video, to off the video and be doing other things is cheating. So once you are there, try to be there. On your video as much as possible. If you have to do something very swiftly, you off it and do it and come back immediately. But don't let it be consistent. Please, we are appealing to your, humble self to try to help us to serve you better. Thank you very much. Okay. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. See you tomorrow. Dandava Pranams. Oh, glories. Go Ranga. Rasavanji. You are free to